Hi, it's Andy, and in this video we're going to work on Ebon Coast by Andy McKee. So I realize first that he tunes his guitar down a fourth, but we're not going to bother retuning right now. What we're going to do is we're going to play the song in standard tuning. So I'm not in B tuning like he is on the CD. I've just tuned my guitar to standard tuning. After all, once you learn the chords and the notes, it's going to play just the same if you tune your guitar down. But I'm afraid that with standard gauge strings, if you tune that low, you're going to get a lot of rattling. I imagine Andy had his guitar set up with thicker strings and had the action adjusted so that he gets the best tone out of that tuning. Anyways, let's move into the song. When he starts the tune, he's got this interesting chord. It's in this tuning it's A minor 9 or A minor 7, and it starts with first finger on the 10th fret, string 4. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take your third finger and you're going to straighten it out, stretch it straight across the 12th fret so that we can get some harmonics. We're getting a harmonic on the 5th string and a harmonic on the 3rd string and a harmonic on the 2nd string. Now the tricky thing is here, with that finger across those harmonics, will the 4th string still sound out? Or is your finger bumping the 4th string a little bit? Like this. Okay, I imagine that Andy's guitar is set up in a way where when he's placing his finger across the 12th fret for harmonics, that 4th string just rings nice and clear. Now if you've got low action on your guitar, you might sound more like this. So let's talk about that. Let's assume that you've tried to take your third finger and go straight across the strings. And let's say you're getting this sound because your finger's bumping the 4th string a little. Well, in that case, we might want to consider changing up the fingering somehow to avoid playing that 4th string with any of the fingers here. So what I've done this time is I'm using my 3rd finger to play the 12th fret harmonic, and I'm playing the 4th string, which is a fretted note. Then I'm going to use a different finger and reach over here and play 2nd string and 3rd string together with harmonics. That way they don't interfere with each other. I can make all the notes ring out without cutting anything off. Okay, so the rhythm is what we're going to practice next. The rhythm is 5th string, 4th string, and then 2nd and 3rd strings together with a smack. You just take your fingers and you put them on the strings you're about to play, and it sounds like this. So we have like that. Okay, now what we're going to do after that is change the order. We're going to change the order. We're going to play the 5th string, then we're going to play the 2nd and 3rd strings together, then finally the 4th string is the last note you play. So we're still playing all the same strings but in a new order. So that sounds like this. Now what we're going to do right now is we're going to shout out the string numbers so that you hear how the whole riff goes. Here it goes. 5, 4, 2, 3, smack. 5, 2, 3, 4. That's it right there. When you put it together, it sounds like this. Okay, then you repeat it. Okay, now do all those same moves again, but this time play them on the 5th fret and the 7th fret. Of course, play it twice. Okay, there's the intro of the tune right there. We're going to skip ahead a little bit past all his repetitions of variations of that riff and go straight into the melody, which sounds like this. Let's work on that next. Okay, so we're going to start with an open G, open third string. Then we're going to play a hammer-on from 2 to 4 on that same string. And then we're going to play 3rd fret, string 2, 1st fret, string 2, open string, string 2. Okay, so far we have this. Now a couple of those notes are staccato, a couple of the notes are cut off. I think you can tell which ones you stop, and the way you stop them is you just put your picking finger right on the string and it stops the music. Okay, so it sounds like this. Okay, in the next part we're playing the hammer-on, same hammer-on we played before from 2 to 4. Then we're playing 3rd fret on the 2nd string, 5th fret on the 2nd string, then 2nd fret on the high E string, 3rd fret on the high E string, 5th fret on the high E string, final note, 3rd fret on the 2nd string. Okay, so that riff sounds like this. And here it is fast. Okay, now I'm going to play that entire phrase. Here it goes. Okay, now let's move forward. The next phrase he plays after a measure of chords is this. Let's learn that. Okay, here we go. This time it's up higher on the fretboard. We're going to start on the 7th fret, string 3. I'm using my 3rd finger for that note. Next note, 5th fret on string 2. Next note, 7th fret on the high E. Okay, so when you put those 3 notes together, you have this. Now notice, I'm not playing them together like a chord and letting them overlap. It's not how it's played. It's played one note at a time. This whole section is one note at a time with the melody. You don't want to hold down all the notes at the same time. Okay, let's move on. Now we're going to shift our hand up to the 7th position. We're going to start on the 7th fret, string 2. Then 8th fret, string 2. Then we're going to do a long run of notes. Here we go. 7th fret on string 3. 9th fret on string 3. 7th fret on string 2. 8th fret on string 2. 10th fret on string 2. Now 7th fret on string 1. And finally 8th fret on string 2. Okay, let's learn this whole section. So the first half sounds like this. Now fast. Now the second half sounds like this. Now slow.